Hello, guys. Welcome to a new episode of After Dark Fairy Tales. I have a new story for you guys, and this one was posted on No Sleep by a very talented author named Katrin Ciernan. She wanted me to narrate her story, and I'm honored that I get the chance to present it to you guys here tonight. I hope you guys like it. You guys can check out her profile and the story. And the story that she posted on No Sleep. I put all the links in the description box below. So please check out her story, this story, and her other stories as well. The title of Katrin's story is Pins and Needles. I thought it was a very creepy tale, and I'm going to narrate it to you guys tonight. Let me know what you think about it. I thought it was wonderful. So I'm going to jump right into this creepy tale. And I hope you guys enjoyed it the same way I did. And please check out Katrin's other work as well. So, are you ready? Here we go. Pins and Needles by Katrin Ciernan. Mommy! It started with Amy sitting cross-legged on her beanbag, waiting for me to find my keys. She scratched her leg through her striped leggings. My leg feels funny. It's probably pins and needles, baby. Amy had always been a fussy kid, but even more so now. She was old enough to know that if she was sick, she wouldn't have to go to school. She'd be a teenager soon, and I knew I'd eventually miss this clinky stage. But today couldn't be one of the rare days I indulged her. What's pins and needles? She asked me quietly, fiddling with her key ring. Does your leg feel tingly? Uh-huh, she nodded. Kind of itchy? Uh-huh. Pins and needles. You'll live. She limped dramatically all the way down the drive to the school bus, and I sighed as I waved goodbye. Tough love, I thought. It had to happen. As I shut the front door, something on the hall carpet caught my eye. A little round speck of white, wriggling. Amy had been tracking through the garden last night. That was likely where the maggot came from. I swept it outside and squashed it under my boot on the front step. I awoke up to screams that echoed down the hallway. It was Amy. What's wrong? I ran over and gasped as I pulled her covers away. Her bed was covered in blood, so much of it, and I could barely tell where it was coming from. Where does it hurt? Pins and needles, she whimpered. She looked feverish, almost delirious. Pins and needles. She frantically raked her fingernails over her leg as I scrambled to hold her hands away from the deep gashes that she had gouged out. Phone. I needed a phone. I needed to call someone. Amy's kicking was growing weaker as her blood soaked the bed, and I grabbed a towel. I needed to stop the bleeding. But when I tried to lift up her pajamas, her hands fought me back. Let me see, baby. Let me see. I wanted my voice to be calm, but I was shaking too hard. It hurts, she sobbed, thrashing to get away from me. We struggled for a moment. Then her fingers slipped over the fabric. I finally managed to peel it off. My eyes, unfocused for a moment, seeing only a mass of yellow. Then I saw what was infesting Amy's leg. Maggots. The top layer of her skin was peeled away and exposed a mass of larvae, wriggling and burrowing into her flesh. I gagged, stumbled to the trash bin as I threw up until my stomach hurt. The screams of my daughter echoed in my ears as the world spun, and I felt my head hit the floor. Look, Mom. Amy's crutches scraped against the ground as she moved towards the taxi that was waiting for us in the hospital bay. "Be careful," I called after her. I couldn't help but smile at the look on her face. She was going home for the first time in 3 months, and the sun was shining. It was almost easy to forget what had happened. Dr. Marlin, her doctor, was the one to help her into the car. It wasn't part of procedure, but he'd been the one that made her smile during the long weeks of recovery. She shut the car door and exhaled a "well, this is it" breath. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but in 3 months, Amy has recovered from the worst infection I've ever seen. She's a special girl. I smiled forlornly. She certainly was. I wish I'd been there for her. The words I didn't want to say came out. If I hadn't passed out, I could have called the ambulance sooner. If I had listened to her when it first started, maybe then. "No," Dr. Marlin told me firmly. "That's a dangerous path to go down. You have all the time to be here for her now." Those words echoed in my head as Amy sang along to the radio on the way home, playing with the bow-tied bandages on the stump where her leg had been. After dinner, I was sitting at my desk when I felt my scalp start to tingle. It was an itch inside my ear that I couldn't scratch. Then it moved to behind my eyes. I absent-mindedly scratched until I reached for my charger and caught sight of myself in the mirror. My scalp was red raw from the itching. How had I not noticed? I walked to the mirror and looked closer. I pulled my hair apart and moved so close that my breath steamed the glass. Beneath my skin, in the white of my scalp where my skin was almost translucent, something buried deep was wriggling. "Mommy!" Amy's small voice came from behind me, and in the reflection, I saw her scratching her ear. "Pins and needles." So, did you guys like that one? It was creepy. I thought it was creepy, and I thought it was wonderful, and I like to give all the credit to the author. So you guys let me know what you thought about that in the comments. And please check out Katrin's other stories, because she has some wonderful stories on her profile. I put all the links in the No Sleep profile in the description box. So did you guys like that one? It kind of a sad ending. I'm trying to figure out what the hell kind of rash does that baby and her mama have. My God. But you guys let me know what you think about it. And once again, please check out Katrin's profile and her other work as well. It's wonderful. And this story was creepy and wonderful. And I'll be back next time with another creepy tale for you guys. I want to say to all my new subscribers, welcome to After Dark Fairy Tales. I really hope you guys are enjoying the stories. And I try to narrate them and bring them to life as best I can. I want to thank you guys for your support and subscribing to my channel. And please check out my other links as well. And until next time, good night, my darlings.